Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we're going to talk about how to conquer a castle in Atlas. There are several steps. It does require a lot of planning, strategy, and a lot of time sometimes, depending on where the castle is and who is ready and who is defending and who is helping out. But there are several steps that we're going to discuss and then show some video gameplay of certain steps. First, you want to plan out your attack and make sure that the castle is not bubbled when you are going to go for your conquer. So you might need to plan a bubble first and then have somebody watching, waiting for it to go on cooldown. And once they disable the shield or it finally goes on cooldown and they are unable to re-enable the shield, that is when you want to attack for a conquer, because that is when they are unable to put the bubble up. If they can fight you off long enough, they will be able to reactivate the bubble and have more downtime for preparation for another defense. The next step is you have to clear out all the castle guards from that castle. But in order to hit the castle guards, your Primarch has to have more troops than the entire owner team has on that castle. So you'll have to kill the owner's team Primarchs first, and that will allow you to attack the castle guards. And you'll probably need to load up your Primarch with several thousand troops, maybe 30 to 50,000 troops, so that you can hit the castle guards a little earlier. And once you hit the castle guards, the enemy can then bring in more troops, and as soon as those troops arrive to the castle, you'll likely have to attack those troops again. Once you clear out all the castle guards, then the next step is that the castle owner troops has to be less than 50,000 total. So the entire team that owns the castle, just the individual team, has to have less than 50,000 troops at the time that you're trying to conquer. The enemy 5TA, it doesn't matter if it's the castle owner or not, any enemy 5-team alliance that has troops present, you have to have them less than 270,000 troops, because your single Primarch that is going to conquer the castle has to have more troops than any other 5-team alliance. So if the castle owner is a part of, say, the alliance number 1, and then alliance number 2 comes to help them, then you have to make sure that both of those alliances together, individually, each has less than 270,000 troops. And that's because the highest amount of Primarchs that are troops that you can hold on a single Primarch is 270,000. So ideally you can get that number down lower, but that is the bare minimum. You have to have them less than 270,000 troops, and that applies to a 5-team alliance, not just the team or the alliance that owns the castle. The next step is you want to conquer the castle and set infrastructure. So the conquer button will show up once you've checked off those list of things, and then you can conquer it, set your infrastructure. Then you want to kill off all the enemy Primarchs and then hire castle guard so that you have a little bit of buffer. So now let's take a look at some gameplay of a conquer. So you'll see when you go to attack a castle, you can click into the details to see all the troops that are present from different teams. The first step is you want to deplete the enemy's troops so that you have the ability to attack the castle guards. So these first attacks are against player bases to kill the Primarchs that they have on the castle, which is protecting the castle from the castle guards being hit. So remember, in order to hit the castle guards, your Primarch has to have more troops than the entire owner team. So you can see we're going to try to hit attack on the castle guards here, and it says it's protected by Primarch still. So then you have to go into details, go to the owner team's list of Primarchs, and then find a Primarch with troops on it that you can kill and wipe out all the troops or most of the troops so that you can then hold enough troops on your Primarch to then attack the castle guards. So again, we're clearing out all the players' Primarchs that are on the castle, because those troops are defending the castle guards from being hit. And you can keep checking every attack if there's enough for you to hit the castle guard by hitting the attack button. It'll tell you that the castle is protected by Primarchs. So then you go in again to the details, find a Primarch to hit, clear that Primarch. Once you finish that attack, you can come back out again. And then this time we're going to click on attack and see that it's going to let us go through And that means we are now attacking the castle guards because there is enough troops on our Primarch that we have more than the total owner team troops on the castle. And then you continue to repeatedly attack as fast as you can the castle guards. And your whole team should be attacking the castle guards at this point unless more troops arrive to the castle that need to be cleared. And then you want to deplete the castle guards as much as possible. Now you can see I was a little late to the party, but I joined up in time to hit the castle guards. And so I'm joining in now and attacking some castle guards, also with Krelos, because Krelos is a very effective and efficient Atlas dragon for fast attacks to clear out castle guards. And you can see we got multiple attacks in. Troops are down to less than 500,000. Now this is 30,000. I go to attack and it says it's no longer able to attack that because all the castle guards have now been killed. So now if a single Primarch has more troops than any other 5-team alliance that is present on the castle, they can push that conquer button. And as you can see, the new castle owner is Mythic Dragons, and they were a part of our alliance. So somebody in our 5-team alliance hit that conquer button first, and you can see our alliance is shown at the top there. So our team now has conquered this castle. So in order to be prepared to conquer this castle, you'll see my teammate, one of the lovely leaders here, Stella, is doing another run, completes that base, sees that it's almost depleted, goes over and grabs a taunter that is loaded up with a bunch of troops to bring over to the castle so that as soon as all the last castle guards are cleared, the 270k should be able to conquer the castle. But by the time the Primarch gets there, it had been conquered. Now this is a separate clip from a different conquer to show the conquer button appearing on the castle, and then you want to push that button and try to take the castle. And it said there was some issues, and unfortunately somebody else already conquered it, but it was from the team, so that's great. I just wanted to show that conquer button. So now once it's been conquered, you want to hire castle guards, but you can't hire castle guards if there are enemies on the castle. So then you go in and clear out all the enemy troops that are still on the castle, and once that's done, you can then hire castle guards. So once you've actually conquered the castle, the job's not done because there are still enemies present. You want to hire castle guards so that nobody can then conquer it back, because if they kill enough of your troops from your 5-team alliance, they can simply hit that conquer button. But now with castle guards present, they have to be able to deplete the castle guards first, and in order to hit them, they have to have more troops than the owner team, so it makes it harder. So just to recap, plan out your attack, bubble them ahead of time so that when they're on cooldown, they don't have access to the bubble. Clear out all the castle guards, but first you'll have to kill the owner team's troops. Once you kill all the castle guards, you have to make sure that the castle owner has less than 50,000 troops and that any other 5-team alliance present has less than 270,000 troops, so that you can then bring in a fully loaded taunter with 270,000 troops to hit that conquer button, at which point you can establish infrastructure, kill off all the remaining enemy troops, and hire those castle guards, and then start to build up your defense on your newly acquired castle. So I do hope this was a helpful overview and interesting to see if you've never been a part of a conquer yourself. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. There are a lot of nuances to conquering a castle, a lot of preparation and planning that comes into it, and a lot of different strategies that other teams may apply. So if you are doing this, make sure you discuss it with your team so that you're prepared ahead of time, and I hope that it's fun. Good luck and see you in the next video.